And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
That's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
talk
seriously.
about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin, in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second?
Caitlin Clark might be packing her bags and not for a road game. Word on the street, she's headed. Between WWE-level fouls from Marina Maberry and referees officiating like they're blindfolded at a birthday party, the WNBA's brightest star could be ready to bounce. Overseas leagues are already circling, offering actual respect and real protection. If this rumor turns out true, the WNBA won't just lose a player. They'll lose their cash cow, ratings queen, and cultural fan. Imagine building your empire, then watching it walk out the door because you couldn't blow a whistle on a flagrant foul. Pathetic.
A record. This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, it's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had won a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at her. But at the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work.
And it's official. Fans are fed up with seeing Caitlin Clark treated like the league's personal punching bag, while the WNBA flip-flops between growth and gatekeeping. Once again, she's the headline act in a circus that expects her to dish out assists, pose for promo shots, pack arenas, eat elbows, and still say thank you to the haters. It's not just unfair, it's exhausting, and people are starting to wonder how long before she says enough and walk.
All going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl. This girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great, and Caitlin's a killer.
Fans aren't just annoyed, they're outright livid. What started as a few Protect Caitlin tweets has exploded into a full-blown standoff between those who admire her and a league that keeps tossing her around like she's disposable. It's no longer just noise. It's a growing rebellion demanding real accountability.
Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a completely different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Let's state the facts. Caitlin Clark is the reason anyone's even mentioning the WNBA beyond niche blogs and Tuesday night sidebars. Ratings skyrocketing, jersey sales record-breaking, tickets gone in minutes. Even in cities that forgot they had a team. She's a human highlight reel keeping this league on life support. And how does the WNBA repay her? With missed calls, locker room ice, and more flying elbows than a pro wrestling match. She's carrying the league on her back, and all she's getting in return is bruises and silence. If this is support, imagine what sabotage would look like.
I'll say this, when Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So like basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down that she significantly increases viewership with
They tried so hard to compare her to Caitlin.
Remember when people said she was being welcomed into the league like every other rookie? Yeah. If by welcomed you mean mugged at mid-court while referees whistle Dixie and look the other way like they just dropped their glasses in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Caitlyn doesn't need a welcome party. She needs a security detail and a chiropractor. And then there's Marina Maberry, who decided to deliver a late-game shove like she was trying out for a linebacker position. The foul was so aggressive, the NBA probably sent her a contract out of confusion. But of course, Caitlyn gets up like nothing happened because at this point, being hit is just part of her pre-game warm-up. Stretch, shoot, dodge a flying elbow, rinse and repeat. What's absolutely bonkers is that every time Caitlyn so much as breathes too hard near a veteran, she's called entitled. When she takes a hard foul, it's part of the game. When she doesn't take it personally, they accuse her of being distant. She could rescue a puppy during halftime and still get criticized for not passing the ball to a teammate instead. Meanwhile, the fan base is out here running digital CPR on the league. Every time someone clocks Caitlyn like it's amateur night at Fight Club, fans hit rewind, break it down frame by frame like it's the Zapruder film, and scream into the void. How is that not a flagrant?
Father and son hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlyn Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You've just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlyn Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire double.
But the ref's silent, the league louder about dress code than player safety. It's like the entire ecosystem has gone mad. Now fans aren't just asking if Caitlyn Clark should stay. They're begging her to leave. Imagine her signing a shoe deal, hitting the broadcast booth, or just taking her talents to Europe, where basketball is basketball, and not a high-stakes game of let's see how much abuse one woman can endure before she snaps. Overseas, she'd get paid, protected, and probably greeted at the airport with flowers, not flying elbows. Let's face it, the WNBA is running a Caitlyn Clark content farm and feeding her the same slop every week. Unnecessary drama, bad calls, zero support. Fans see it. The media sees it. Even the people who pretend not to like her secretly check the schedule to see when she's playing. Because love her or hate her, she's the whole show. But no one wants to watch the main character get sabotaged every episode. She's brought more to the league in 2 seasons than some franchises have in 2 decades. And yet, she gets treated like a guest at her own party. Even the promos are awkward. Come watch Caitlyn Clark and the others. It's like she's Beyonce and the rest of the league is a very confused Destiny's Child. No shade, just facts.
Of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlyn Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said one player gets injured and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears. Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the